Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are shoutcasting JediTheeGrey's tournament. This is a Voyager Cup or a regional. I'm not 100% sure if it was Voyager or regional. It's the same format, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'll have to double check what he told me. But we'll just call it Voyager because that's the format. And I don't think that I will be taking any more Voyager shoutcasting or regionals. I think I'm going to focus on the Forest Cup or Go Battle League. If you want to submit me any of those, I really do appreciate it. I do apologize to the people that are submitted and I wasn't just able to get to yours. It's just we're moving on from that format. We're currently going into the Forest Cup. So I want to focus on that, even if it's just practice. If you have like a spicy pick, I would still love to shoutcast it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tournament, but that would be awesome as well. Or obviously Go Battle League in the Great, Ultra, or Master. Fantastic. So just reach out to me on Twitter or on my Discord, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Just upload it to Google Drive. Hopefully I can get to yours. It depends on how many submissions. But I'll definitely try to, and I do appreciate every single one of you for reaching out and submitting yours. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Jedi's team. He is currently using Hypno, Azumarill, Altaria, Toxicroak, Alolan Muck, and Meganium. So he was able to sweep the team or the tournament with this team. So pretty powerful team, pretty general team. Not much to say. I mean, it's pretty solid. Some solid picks. And the opponent is running Hypno, Azumarill, Registeel, Gastrodon, as well as Alolan, Marowak, and Machamp. So pretty interesting. A couple unique picks for this cup that we don't see too much, like that Gastrodon and even the Machamp. But we'll have to see how things play out. It looks like Game 1 is about to come to an end. This Hypno, the shiny Hypno, is going for a Thunder Punch. So that Thunder Punch will be shielded. Azumarill not wanting to fall. In comes the opposing Hypno. So this Hypno is running Shadow Ball and Thunder Punch. Let's see what the opposing one is running. Gonna go for that Ice Punch. So who knows? Maybe it's Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. I don't know if the opponent revealed the other move just yet. I really wasn't focused on it, so I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But in comes that Azumarill, and down goes the shiny Hypno. Out comes Azumarill. Wow, very low Azumarill. Gonna go ahead and go straight for that Hydro Pump, wanting to eliminate the opposing Azumarill, not wanting to risk it, but does go ahead and win that, so really well played. So going to go ahead and jump into Game 2. So leading with that shiny Hypno again versus the Azumarill. By the way, if you want to follow this trainer, I will leave their Twitter in the description down below, as well as the tournament link. You can go ahead and check the tournament. So in comes that Registeel. Looks like this Hypno is just going straight Thunder Punch. Just wants to get off, whatever damage possible against the Registeel. Registeel is going to be able to do some pretty good damage with Flash Cannon, though. I think it can probably outpace this Hypno. If Hypno had the Focus Blast, it would generally win, I think, but because it doesn't, might struggle a little bit against Registeel. Registeel able to tank that. Unless if the Hypno decides to shield, we'll find out. So Hypno is going to opt to shield, okay. Going to protect itself. Wants to get to another Thunder Punch, which will be enough to knock out the Registeel. Let's see if the Registeel wants to shield. It might decide to shield. It might not. It does. Okay, wanting to bail. Okay, bailing into Azumarill. I'm surprised another Flash Cannon didn't come out, but Thunder Punch going into this Azumarill. Going to go ahead and be some super effective damage. Azumarill going to go ahead and probably go for that Ice Beam. Yeah, just wants to eliminate the Hypno. Actually undercharges, so really well played to get a couple more bubbles in. Nice play on the opponent's end. So let's see what comes out. It's going to be the Alolan Muck. Okay, so Alolan Muck going to bail, trying to catch maybe the Ice Beam. Let's see if he was able to do so. Yeah, he caught the Ice Beam. Really well played by Jedi. Really well played. Able to catch that Ice Beam with the Azumarill. So Azumarill going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump. This is going to do, well, it's going to actually not knock it out, allowing the opposing Azumarill to get off another charge attack. Only an Ice Beam, but I mean, the damage is better than nothing, right? In comes Registeel. Now the Registeel wants to throw the Flash Cannon, but the Azumarill will protect itself and be able to farm down this Registeel with Bubble. Although the Registeel does get another Flash Cannon off, it's not going to be enough to knock out the Azumarill, though, so gets it low, though. That was huge. Let's see if it matters. So let's see what the opponent decides to bring in. Actually able to feint. It looked like he was going for Ice Beam, but still able to feint it with Bubble. Gonna go in. I didn't see what came in, but going to go and immediately click on that Ice Beam. It's going to be, okay, in Alolan Marowak. Afraid of being hit with that Hydro Pump. Now the Muck will come in and go for Dark Pulse. So yeah, this is definitely a wrap. Bone Clubs are not going to be enough. Shadow Ball is certainly not going to be enough. So Bone Club, yeah, I mean, it's a weak move. It does okay damage, but it's just not going to be enough to knock out that Muck. So they're going to go ahead and jump into Game 3. Now the round is won already, but we'll see what happens in Game 3. So let's see what happens. So it is in a Azumarill mirror match. We see this all the time. The opposing one will bail into Hypno. Out comes Alolan Muck. So this Hypno does have to be careful, but let's see. Was the moveset revealed on this Alolan Muck? Okay, Fire Punch. I don't know if that was revealed earlier or not, but I see it's Fire Punch now, so it looks like it's Fire Punch and Ice Punch. So this Alolan Muck is going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Super effective damage, doing a lot to Hypno. I guess the opponent is just going to allow Hypno to go down. It makes sense at this point because that Hypno is not doing much damage with the Ice Punch. I mean, the damage added up, I guess, right? You know, even Confusion is adding up. The Alolan Muck is low, but still able to beat that Hypno. So now Muck is immediately clicking on its Poison move. Was that a Sludge Wave? It was a Sludge Wave, okay. Unfortunately, calling it wrong. Maybe expecting the Azumarill to come in. That's why he went for it. It makes sense. That wasn't a bad play, just immediately clicking on it. So good play. Unfortunately, it was only the Registeel though. Now in comes the Azumarill, and Azumarill wants to be able to farm down with Bubble to get ahead on energy. In comes the Azumarill, opting not to bring the Meganium. So this Azumarill just wants to get the opposing one lower, as he will. I guess he didn't want to bring in the Meganium probably because he was afraid of Ice Beam. So now he's going to bring it in after the opposing Azumarill used its energy. So that actually made sense. So he used Azumarill as a wall to take the Hydro Pump and then switched into Meganium so he didn't have energy to get off like back-to-back Ice Beams. That actually was a really good play. I like that play a lot, to be honest with you. So this Meganium, going to go for the Frenzy Plant. Didn't have to get an Excellent, not a big deal. Might want to shield, might want to keep the shield. Okay, he's not going to shield, and he probably didn't because he wanted to be able to protect himself from an Ice Beam, so that made sense. So Meganium going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant. Let's see if he can get the last shield. Yep, getting the last shield from that Registeel. So now Meganium will have to shield itself if it wants to survive because it would not survive that Flash Cannon. Going to go ahead and go for the Frenzy Plant. Let's see if this is enough. Honestly, I don't know if it's enough. It is not, okay, but maybe able to farm down? Yep, able to farm down, and then he has a Frenzy Plant for the Azumarill. So going to go ahead and win Game 3. Again, the Game 3 didn't matter, but I guess in terms of tiebreakers, you always want to try your hardest on Game 3, even if you win the first two. I don't. Usually, if I win the first two, I'm more relaxed on Game 3, but I guess you still want to try. So going up against Mori, right? Mori in Game 2. Oh, in round 2, I should say. So the team is going to be that Dewgong, I assume it's a Legacy Dewgong, Skarmory, Wishcash, Toxicroak, Alolan, Marowak, and Shiftry. We do see the Shiftry. Shiftry going to bail into Toxicroak. Okay, Toxicroak coming into the Alolan Muck, doing nice neutral damage with counter. So this Muck going for the Sludge Wave, doing a lot of damage. Both moves are resisted. That's why he went for the Sludge Wave, just to get off as much damage as possible. So it made sense. Now this Muck will beat the Toxicroak if it doesn't shield. It does shield, okay. So Muck wanting to be able to win against, or Toxicroak wanting to be able to win. Yeah, the Alolan Muck, no reason to shield because counters would have fainted it down anyway. So yeah, probably, yep, Hypno, one Confusion, able to knock out Toxicroak. Toxicroak is amazing, you guys know I love it, but it does have to watch out, cannot beat those Confusion users. So going for Thunder Punch, bailing out into Azumarill to catch the Leaf Blade, or Foul Play. Oh my gosh, he caught the Foul Play. Wow, that was amazing. That was a perfectly timed switch. That was fantastic. So the opponent actually switches into Skarmory. That was interesting. I mean, you could have stayed in with Shiftry and went for Leaf Blades, which would be super effective against the Azumarill. So I'm actually a little bit surprised. I mean, probably could have picked up a shield or two with the Shiftry. I know you do have to watch out for Ice Beam, but anyway, that's what the opponent decided to do, so that's okay. So Skarmory will go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. Azumarill wanting to stay in this fight and able to feint down the Skarmory. In comes that Shiftry, does have the Leaf Blade ready. Azumarill going to protect itself, banking on the fact that it could get... Actually, it's going to be a Foul Play. Wow. So going to go ahead and switch into Hypno now. Is this going to be a Leaf Blade or a Foul Play? It's going to be a Leaf Blade. So, yeah, anyway... Okay, Hypno going to go ahead and go for the Thunder Punches. It just wants to get off whatever damage it can get off this Hypno. Shiftry gonna go ahead and shield. This Shiftry is actually not in a bad situation because he's going to be able to knock out this Hypno with a Leaf Blade. Actually going for Foul Play. Foul Play does it as well. Oh yeah, the Azumarill comes in and it has the Ice Beam. I feel like the opponent could have won that one. It's okay. It's okay. If there was some mistakes, it's not a big deal. I make mistakes a lot. So there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, gonna go ahead and jump into game 2, leading with that Dewgong, leading with the Azumarill. So we'll see what happens. The Azumarill, I don't know. I mean, not really in a great situation for the Azumarill. I would say Dewgong. I mean, both, like, the moves are going to be resisted on both ends, but with Icy Wind, you're going to be lowering the Azumarill's attack, so the damage is going to be doing less. But Hydro Pump is still a powerful move. Yeah, it doesn't do that much, so still not doing that much. Definitely favorable for the Dewgong. Dewgong looks like it's charging up a lot of energy. Going to go ahead and go for a charge attack, excuse me. It's going to be another Icy Wind, so lowering that attack. It looks like the Azumarill might want to switch. Dewgong going for another Icy Wind, going to lower its attack again. That Azumarill farming up energy and then switching into Muck. Dewgong going to go ahead and lower. Dewgong is so good. I wish I had one, guys. I wish I had one. Once we can get the Elite TMs, I'll be able to get it. But in comes Toxicroak. Alolan Muck going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Toxicroak actually shielded, maybe expecting a Sludge Wave. It does do a lot of damage, so the Muck will go for this Dark Pulse. I don't think, yeah, it doesn't do that much. Dark Pulse does not do much because Toxicroak does resist it. Gonna be able to feint down with counter, so what is gonna come in? You do have to watch out for the Sludge Bomb from Toxicroak with both Azumarill and Meganium, so it looks like, yeah, he wants to get this Toxicroak out of here, so probably gonna shield this one and go for the Ice Beam. Yeah, gonna shield it. Even a Mud Bomb, right? I mean, that would still either knock it out or it would be in counter KO range anyway. So Azumarill gonna go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. Wants to remove this Toxicroak. It is a big threat to Meganium because if it gets off a Sludge Bomb, gonna do a lot. So in comes Skarmory. That is actually not good for Meganium at all. So Meganium gonna go ahead and go for the Earthquake. Okay, I'm not sure which one is more energy efficient to go for against the Skarmory. It might be, you know what, it probably is Earthquake. I'm not really sure, honestly, but it looked like he went for Earthquake and then going for Frenzy Plant, getting this Skarmory really low. Skarmory not wanting to commit to the farm down because it probably couldn't get to the farm down. So now bringing in Azumarill, he might lose this. It's going to be close. Gonna have to shield this. Definitely has to shield that. This Skarmory is doing some good damage. Going for the Flash Cannon, Sky Attack would have been enough. Azumarill is going to go ahead and get to this Ice Beam. So this Ice Beam is going to knock out that Skarmory, and in comes the Dewgong, and Dewgong is going to be able to take that. So really well played on both ends. So they're jumping into a Game 3, so this Game 3 does definitely matter. So huge for the Muck, right? Huge for the Alolan Muck. Yeah, it looks like that Marowak, I guess they're lagging. Okay, it looked like the Alolan Marowak lagged a little bit, but I guess they're continuing with it. The Muck did stop attacking, so maybe he looked like he let him get a couple of extra hits in. So I guess they agreed to that, so that's totally fine. But either way, this is definitely favorable. I mean, you have the Altaria versus Toxicroak. I'm expecting the Sludge Bomb. Not going to shield it because Altaria is going to be able to take it. Going to go ahead and try and farm down. Altaria going to commit this time because if it's a Sludge Bomb, it will knock out. It is a Sludge Bomb, so actually, okay, I guess he clicked on the Sky Attack. Kind of makes sense. I guess it was a CMP-tie, I guess it was. But anyway, Altaria going to go ahead and go, I mean, Altaria already did its job, right? So it's just going to go ahead and get off damage against the Skarmory as much as possible before it goes down. So the Altaria did collapse, and let's see what comes in. Probably, yeah, I was going to say probably the Azumarill. So Azumarill, definitely pretty good situation. Going to go ahead and go for this Ice Beam. Don't forget the Alolan Marowak is in the back and the Muck is in the back. So Muck definitely has a huge favorable match against that. It is weak to the Bone Club, but still favorable. So going to be able to take these Sky Attacks just fine. Well, I mean, it gets it low. Let's see if the Azumarill protects itself. It does not protect. Okay, still able to take it, and the opponent is out of shield, so Azumarill, oh wow, cannot get to that Ice Beam. So going to go ahead and shield this one. I guess he tried to overfarm a little bit too much. I guess, I've done that quite a few times, guilty as charged. So Azumarill going to go ahead and knock it out with Ice Beam, and in comes the Alolan Muck. This is a wrap, right? I believe, because the Muck is going to go ahead and go for that Dark Pulse. That is not going to be enough. This Bone Club is not going to knock it out. Even if it did, the Azumarill in the back could come in and just finish off with the bubble, but able to win that. So really good game to both players. So jumping into round 3, so it's going to be the shiny Hypno versus Azumarill. So let's see what happens in this match. I believe this favors Hypno, so we'll see what happens. Hypno is going for that Thunder Punch. Okay, this is probably going to be a Hydro Pump. Let's see if the Hypno wants to shield. Hypno does shield. Going to be that Hydro Pump. So nice call on the shield. So now Hypno is definitely in a huge situation. Going to go ahead and just go for the Thunder Punches. You definitely want to go for Thunder Punch against an Azumarill. Azumarill going to go ahead and protect itself. Maybe it thinks it can get to another Hydro Pump. Let's see if this is a Hydro Pump. I wasn't counting, so I'm not really sure. It is going to be a Hydro Pump. Okay, so it looks like, okay, able to get to the Thunder Punch. So if the Azumarill does shield, it will win the lead. It does not shield, so it's going to lose the lead. They're on shields, but he is going to be able to decide what to bring in. So the Registeel will be able to knock out with Lock On. So do you bring in the Azumarill or the Alolan Muck? I guess you bring in the Alolan Muck. I'm not really sure. Honestly, I don't know what I would bring in. I guess the Alolan... I might have brought in Azumarill just to go for the Hydro Pumps, but I guess Alolan Muck makes sense. I'm not really sure on the correct Pokemon to bring in. Unfortunately, there was no Toxicroak in the back. So Alolan Muck going to go ahead and shield this Flash Cannon, wanting to get off Dark Pulse. So going to go ahead and go for another Dark Pulse. So this Dark Pulse are going to add up in damage. Well, the Registeel will shield, so no damage will go through. Registeel will get off a Charge Attack. Let's see what it is. It is a Focus Blast. Okay, doing a lot of damage. So Alolan Muck going to go ahead and go for this Dark Pulse. Doing some good damage. The Muck bails and wants to farm down with Bubble. Registeel will bail into Jump Off. This is fantastic for the Azumarill. It really is. That's a Grass and Flying type. This is double super effective. Probably going to knock it out in one hit. Never mind, it's not. I guess it's bulkier than I thought. But that is a Grass and Flying type, isn't it? So doing a lot of damage. So Energy Ball comes through. That is okay, I believe. No, can't get to another one. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. I thought that Ice Beam was going to absolutely obliterate the Azumarill. Actually, I don't stand corrected because that Aerialist is not enough to knock it out. So Azumarill going for the Ice Beam. That's an interesting matchup, and then able to faint down with Bubble. So good game. I thought that Ice Beam was going to knock out the Jump Bluff, but I was totally wrong. That's totally fine, though. So we're going to go ahead and jump into Game 2 of Round 3. So it looks like the Alolan Muck versus the Registeel. So this is an interesting situation. We'll have to see how it plays out. I guess the Muck is deciding to stay in. Muck can win this situation. It depends if it shields. Dark Pulse doing a decent amount of damage to the Registeel. Registeel probably going to go ahead and shield. Okay. Shielding, not wanting to take it, even a Flash Cannon. I mean, a Focus Blast and a Flash Cannon, you basically need two of whichever one you go for. So the correct play, I guess, on the Registeel's end is to just go for Flash Cannons. It looks like the Hypno is trying to catch a Focus Blast, so let's see if he does. He does. Wow, that was incredible. That was an incredible switch. Fantastic switch, man. I'm assuming you're watching. That was an amazing switch. So Hypno going straight Shadow Ball. Doesn't want to mess around. So Hypno will shield. The Purified Hypno will shield. Okay. So correct decision to shield. Not wanting to take a Shadow Ball. Would have done a lot of damage. Going to be a Thunder Punch on the opposing Hypno's side. So the shiny Hypno is going to go ahead and go for another Shadow Ball. So going to do a lot of damage or take the final shield. Either of which is going to be great. Going to take that final shield. Okay. So this shiny Hypno will probably go down. Let's see. Yeah, going to allow him to go down. Well, he hasn't go down. I thought it was going to knock it out, but it didn't. I would assume the Alolan Muck comes in. Alolan Muck does come in, just needs one Dark Pulse. A Charge Attack will come through. The Muck can take a Thunder Punch, so probably not going to shield. No shield. Able to take that Thunder Punch, and going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse after charging up a little bit of energy. Not much, but a little bit. Going to be enough to knock out the Purified Hypno. So let's see what comes in. going to be that Registeel. So, okay, probably just, yeah, fainting down with Snarl in a fantastic situation. All you have to do is go for the Sludge Wave, right? I mean, this is almost going to knock it out. It's not going to knock it out, not as close as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse right now. This is actually, I believe, not going to be enough, but it's close, it's close. So now, is he going to shield? He is going to shield. Okay, wants to protect this Alolan Muck. Then going to bail into Azumarill, and this game is definitely over. And he won the first game, right? So going to go ahead and win that set, but they're still going to go ahead and play a third game. So leading with the Shiny Hypno versus Toxicroak. Beautiful situation. You can't ask for much better. That Toxicroak has to switch. So it looks like the Hypno is deciding to stay in. I'm going to go ahead and charge up to the Shadow Ball, going for the Thunder Punch bait. Let's see if he catches the shield. He does. So nice bait on the Shiny Hypno side. Probably just going to go straight Shadow Ball now. We'll have to see. He might try and bait again. So I'm going to correctly shield the Shadow Ball, wanting to keep this Hypno alive because he knows it has a favorable matchup against the Toxicroak in the back. Just like 3 or 4 confusions and that Toxicroak is gone. So going to pick up the second shield. So really well played on the Hypno side. Trying to catch a Shadow Ball, I guess. Not able to do so. So the Hypno will shield, again, wanting to save this Hypno for that Toxicroak, so going to go ahead and keep it healthy. So going to use a Shadow Ball right now. I believe this should be enough. Well, actually a Registeel came in. I didn't even realize that. So going to go ahead and switch on the charge move. So this is going to be a Flash Cannon. There's no way this is a Focus Blast. So Flash Cannon comes in, doing a lot of damage. But that's okay because he's able to get to a Mud Bomb before this Registeel is able to get to another Flash Cannon. Enough to knock it out so that Registeel will collapse. And let's see what comes in. Going to be a Hypno. That Toxicroak went down so fast. Probably, well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, you have Altaria. That's going to beat the Toxicroak as well, so it really doesn't matter, honestly. This Shadow Ball is going to knock out the Shiny Hypno, okay? But in comes Altaria, and Altaria is going to be able to farm down. We know that Hypno doesn't have Ice Punch. Even if it did, it's not enough to knock out the Altaria. So Altaria goes for the Sky Attack. This is going to easily knock out the well, I stand corrected again. It doesn't knock it out. Maybe because it wasn't an excellent, I don't think. But either way, jumping into the next round, round 4, against Rilo Ren, I think it was a Star Wars reference. I guess that's what the name was. I think that's what it said. But either way, the opponent is running Hypno, Azumarill, Altaria, Probopass, Alolan, Marowak, and Toxicroak. So I really do like the Probopass. So I'll have to see how it plays out. Azumarill is charging up for the Hydro Pump and going for the bait, going for the Ice Beam. Can he pick up a shield? It might be risky not to shield. The opponent does shield, so nice shield bait on the Azumarill side. So Azumarill going to go ahead and opt to shield this Thunderbolt. Doesn't want to be knocked out. That probably was enough. Going for the Hydro Pump now, either taking the last shield or knocking it out, both of which, great. Taking the last shield, in comes Meganium. Meganium will catch this charge attack. Probably going to be that Thunderbolt. Nope, it's going to be a Rock Slide. Okay, doing some pretty good damage to the Meganium. In comes Altaria. This is terrible for Meganium. So Meganium is going to just go ahead and fire off these Frenzy Plants. Again, as I mentioned, I don't know what the better move to go for is. Is it Frenzy Plant or Earthquake against Altaria, against Skarmory? Both of them are not good. But, you know, I guess you do what you have to do to get whatever damage you can. Going for that Earthquake, and now Meganium will faint. And let's see what comes in. Probably, yeah, it's got to be the Azumarill, right? It's got to be the Azumarill. Gonna be that Azumarill, but it is low, so you do have to watch out for that. Going to go ahead and shield. Just needs to get off one Ice Beam. Gonna go ahead and bail to catch the Sky Attack. Trying so desperately to come back from this match. Definitely in a bad situation. In comes the Probopass. We'll have to see. Maybe he can pull it off. This Probopass will get off a charge attack. It's going to be... I don't see how he pulls this one off. Let's see. Going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide. Alolan Muck will get to the Dark Pulse, though. So Dark Pulse going to be able to do some pretty good damage. Almost knocking it out. Snarl will be able to feint it. There's no way it gets to another Dark Pulse. No way. No way. Yeah, it feints. Even if it got to the Dark Pulse, that wouldn't have been... Well, hold up. Hold all bets. Hold all bets. Oh, man, this Sky Attack knocks out, right? It's got to knock it out. I thought he had the Ice Beam. Oh, my, he does. He has the Ice Beam. He has the Ice Beam. Oh, my, I cannot believe he came back from that one. Oh, no, wait. there's a Hypno in the back. Never mind. I didn't realize there was a Hypno in the back. So he actually didn't win that one. But good game. Well played. Well trying to come back. But anyway, this next match, game 2, is actually on the side of the opponents. He didn't have the recording. So the opponent's side we're looking at right now. So going to be a Hypno mirror match. Let's see what this Hypno decides to do. It looks like the opposing Hypno, which is the regular Hypno, right? Going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. The shiny Hypno will protect itself, and could be a shield bait, could be, it is Thunder Punch. Okay, not going for the Shadow Ball, so it looks like the shiny Hypno is actually ahead in terms of energy because of that. Shiny Hypno is going to go ahead and go for the charge attack. Going to be a Shadow Ball there, calling the bait, not able to get it. Switching into Alolan Muck to catch the Thunder Punch, trying to catch the Shadow Ball, but Thunder Punch shouldn't do that much, so really well played. This Thunder Punch is definitely going into it. Now Altaria is out. Let's see, Altaria is going to go ahead and opt to take this attack. Going to be a Sludge Wave, doing a lot of damage with that Alolan Muck. So Altaria will go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. So this Sky Attack, let's see, Alolan Muck is not going to faint, but another Dragon Breath will. Faint it down, and let's see what let's see what he brings in. Going to be in a Azumarill, so Altaria definitely not in a great situation. So Altaria going to go ahead and go just for the Sky Attack. I don't expect a shield. Maybe he'll shield. No, not going to shield. Wanting to keep that shield makes sense. Looks like he's farming up extra energy before he goes for the Ice Beam. So this Altaria will be able to be knocked out easily. So let's see what comes in. Going to be a Toxicroak. Okay, so Toxicroak definitely wants to land a Sludge Bomb. Might go for the bait. Going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb right now. That Azumarill, as you saw, did bail. So it is going to go into the Hypno. And it looks like Hypno falls, yeah, and the shiny Hypno is going to be able to knock out this Toxicroak. No doubt about it. Doesn't matter. This Mud Bomb is not even going to be able to connect because the shiny Hypno has a shield. And going to be able to feint the Toxicroak. So it's currently 1-1. Jumping back into the right side of things in terms of view. So it's going to be a Hypno mirror match again. Both opponents, or both players, loving to lead Hypno. Definitely a solid lead. It's also a pretty safe switching as well. So really solid. So this Hypno, let's see what this Hypno decides to do. Not going to shield, calling the bait. Really nice play on the shiny Hypno side. So shiny Hypno will go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. Not baiting this time. And he does, he's met by a shield. The opponent does not want to take any chances. So this Hypno going to go ahead and go for, if it's a Shadow Ball, it's going to knock out the shiny Hypno. So shielding the bait again. Not calling it correctly that time. Okay, so going for the Shadow Ball, trying to knock out Hypno or take the final shield, is able to take the final shield. So let's see, the opposing Hypno probably going for the Shadow Ball. You saw he tried to switch, wasn't able to do so. Might be a Shadow Ball. It is a Shadow Ball that is going to knock out the shiny Hypno. So we'll have to see what happens. I assume the Alolan Muck's got to come in. So Alolan Muck, okay, bailing into Altaria. So that switch might have cost the opponent because now he's able to, I would have just played that Hypno matchup out and allowed my Hypno to go down because now you have the Azumarill versus the Altaria, and that's not a good situation for the Altaria to be in because this Ice Beam, it's not going to knock it out, but it's going to do so much damage. Okay, I guess that game cut off. I don't know what happened. I guess maybe the whole thing wasn't submitted. I don't know. Either way, we're jumping into round 5. He won that, by the way, so we're jumping into round 5. I didn't know that happened, so I don't know if he told me about it. Maybe he did. I just didn't realize it. So I do apologize for that. But either way, we're jumping into round 5. So we have a Shadow Hypno, Azumarill, Tropius, Probopass, Alolan Marowak, and Toxicroak. So the Shadow Hypno is going to be doing more damage, but at the same time it's also taking more damage as Shadow Pokemon do. So this Shadow Hypno going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball, easily knocking out that Hypno. So in comes Alolan Muck. So this is Alolan Muck charging up extra energy, able to take any of these attacks. Let's see if it decides to shield. It does not. Going to be an Ice Punch, so able to take it, charging up a lot of extra energy, wants energy for whatever comes in. Going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Doesn't have to go for an Excellent. That's going to knock out a Shadow Pokemon. So the Muck does bail into Toxicroak, and now in comes Azumarill. Okay, Toxicroak can still handle Azumarill. Let's see if he wants to bait or not. Going to go ahead and opt to shield this. Honestly, I don't know if I would bait with the Toxicroak or not. He's not going to. Yeah, I don't know if I would have, because the opponent in this situation might call the bait. He does not. Okay, so the bait would have been a good play, but it doesn't matter because he gets to another Sludge Bomb anyway. So nice play on the Toxicroak's end. So that is going to not knock it out, but it's super low that the counters will be able to. In comes Probopass. Oh man. Unfortunately, that Probopass is able to get off a charge attack, which should be knocking out the Toxicroak, as it does. But the Muck comes in and goes for a Dark Pulse. Now, keep in mind, I don't think this Probopass has any energy. So, this Muck saved up energy, able to get to it, barely, but able to get to it. And this is going to knock out the Probopass. So, really close game, but really well played to both players. Wow, this is some tough competition. So going up against Incognito. So I have heard that name before. This trainer is actually almost elite. I checked the tournament page. I have heard that name before. I don't know where I heard it from. I don't remember. It may have been on King's video or something. I don't remember. But either way, the Alolan Muck is going for a Sludge Wave. Doing a lot of damage. Tropius did call the bait, not able to get it. It takes so much damage. Wow, oh my, taking so much damage from that Sludge Wave. So able to feint down the Tropius. Still has a healthy Muck. In comes Probopass. Okay, so Alolan Muck is going to go ahead and go for this Dark Pulse. Going to do some good neutral damage. So this Muck, let's see what happens now. Gonna go ahead and opt to shield that, so is down 2 shields, but oh, it looked like that Probopass did bail. I didn't see what came in, but let's see what it is. Gonna be an Azumarill, so nice switch on the opponent's end and able to catch that with Azumarill. So in comes Azumarill. So the opposing Azumarill, let's see if it has Play Rough, because if it has Play Rough, gonna be in a better situation. It does not, but again, it's still in a pretty solid situation because as you know, has 2 shields, right? So let's see if the shield comes up. Okay, the first shield does come up, wanting to keep that Azumarill healthy. So the opposing Azumarill is going to go ahead and go for in Hydro Pump, of course. Going to do some good damage. So now baiting with the Ice Beam, hoping to pick up the last shield and maybe get off another Ice Beam. Ooh, not able to get it. Gonna bail. Azumarill bails as well into Probopass. So nice switch on Incognito's side. I don't think that was like the same switch the same time. I think he saw the switch and then he immediately switched afterwards. That's what it looked like. But it was a super fast switch, so it was kind of difficult to tell. Able to easily take that Sky Attack. While this Probopass is getting so low, I don't know if it farmed up extra energy. It might have, but still able to knock out Altaria. And gonna have to throw a charge attack. Not able to throw it. Okay, and in comes the Azumarill. Azumarill gonna go ahead and go for probably an Ice Beam. Should be enough. I believe. Yep. And then in comes, okay, the Azumarill going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. Now this is not going to take it out, but the Azumarill does go ahead and shield. Yeah, this Azumarill is definitely going to get to an Ice Beam. And this is going to knock out the Azumarill. So well played on Incognitos and well played on both players' teams. So jumping into the final game, we know Jedi wins the tournament. So we'll have to see how this game goes, though. So it looks like, let's see what happens. It looks like Alolan Muck versus Probopass. Yeah, this Muck is, I guess, just staying in for right now. Gonna go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Probopass able to take it. Still doing good damage. So this Probopass will go for the Rock Slide, and then yeah, neither one wanting to shield. The Muck might throw up a shield now. It does use a shield. Okay, gonna go ahead and protect itself from the Rock Slide, charging up extra energy and going for the Dark Pulse. So let's see if the Probopass wants to match shields at this point. He does. Wanting to win the lead. Looks like the Probopass will probably win this lead. Let's see. Muck will go ahead and shield the Rock Slide, not wanting to be knocked out, wanting to threaten the last shield. So, okay, if the Probopass shields, at least he'll take both shields. It does not shield. Wow. Okay, so the Muck actually won. If the Probopass shielded, the Muck would have definitely lost that. That might cost the opponent, because in comes Alolan Marowak, and you're going to have to shield this Dark Pulse. You really have no choice. You have to shield it, yeah. And then going to go ahead and farm down with Fire Spin. Oh, that may have cost, I don't know, that may have cost the game right there. I don't know if he would have won anyway. It would have been a lot closer, I think, but right now we have the Azumarill versus the Alolan Marowak, and switching into Hypno, Shadow Hypno. Okay, that's interesting. In comes that Altaria, so Altaria just needs one Sky Attack. If this is an Ice Punch, it is not going to be enough to knock out the Altaria. It is doing a lot of damage. Look how much that Shadow damage is coming through. Does get to the Sky Attack. Gonna be enough. Gonna be, never mind. I stand corrected again. It's not enough. It's not enough. But, unless it be undercharged, I couldn't really tell. But either way, the Azumarill going to get off that Hydro Pump, going to be able to win this game. Very close game, very well played to everybody in the tournament. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video.